Very good evening to our viewers. Thank you for joining us tonight on the evening review. My name is Doivon Jebela. Tonight on the platform, we are joined by Sula Kyababa. He is the chairperson of the Namibia Society of Composers and Authors of Music, Nascam. And we are here to just engage about the business of the association, royalties, resolutions about many things concerning the industry, and particularly also the annual general meeting that was supposed to take place last weekend. Thank you, Sula, for making time. It's your first time on the platform.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Beautiful studio.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, brother. So let's talk, maybe give us an overview of Nascam. And also the name.
Actually,
Nascam.
I wanted to ask you that because
Yeah.
it seems the media does not understand us.
Yeah, no, not
Media does not.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you that, my brother, can you at least summarize?
No, I know you protect your industry.
How?
In terms of, against piracy,
Yes.
in terms of really getting what is due to them from their creativity,
From
from their work, music and
yes.
other creative productions that they do. But that is as far as my knowledge of the organization goes.
Yeah, because we've come to understand that media corporates don't understand Nascam.
Yeah.
You see, in a nutshell, we do protect the works of members, not artists.
Oh,
See,
members.
there's a difference between artists,
Yeah.
composers, authors, and publishers. There are two different things.
Yeah.
So, and I think we need to separate those. Nascam protects authors, people who actually write music,
Yeah.
who publish it, and who compose it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily an artist that does that. You can be a member of Nascam.
Yeah.
You can write music for someone to perform it.
I see.
Then you own the rights to the works.
And the singer himself?
That's a performing artist. That's another story. But we've just acquired those rights.
Yeah.
But for the last 32 years, it's been to protect the author, the composer, and the publisher, of course. And then when the user, which is the broadcasters, use the works, we just collect.
Yeah.
We go to NBC and say, okay, you've give us the PRS forms. Those are documents, forms or sheets that they complete to show which artist, which music. Okay, the artist that's played, it can be Otea. Okay, Otea, shake it. But the composer is not necessarily Otea. It could be Toivo. The publisher is Ogopa Butterfly. You understand? Yeah. So on. So it does not mean Otea is the one that receives that money from the radio stations.
How will Otea benefit from that chain?
Performing. She performs and she gets paid for the performances.
And if she performs, it's a good conversation.
Yeah.
Let's assume that Otea goes to Oshagati.
Yes.
Performs there.
Yes.
Are the arrangements different from artist to artist with their management, or is there some sort of routine that every artist follows to say, for example, okay, you go there, you make 50,000 from that trip, and then Sula here says, no, but because you belong to my label, I take this much. You performed on stage, you take this much.
Yes,
and
as
so
a publisher, you see.
Yeah.
And I think we don't have a lot here. And I think if you compare us to the rest of the world, there are more publishers in this industry. We sign artists. We invest in studio time. We invest in the image. You understand?
Yeah.
We sign a contract. I'm going to do this for you.
Yeah.
And when I package you and promote you, and you get a gig of 50K, X percentage belongs to the publisher. The other percentage belongs to you. And then when you get yours, you pay your dancers. You pay your DJ.
Oh, I see.
Are you getting me?
It's a crazy business.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's all over the world. Yeah. No artist, a performing artist. I know when it comes to sharing money, it becomes complex, and then people are worried. No, but you deserve this, you deserve that. But I tell you now, it's I think it's 1% of the world artists that are not backed up with publishers
I see.
or promoters.
But tell me about the. You just mentioned something at the very beginning about these authors of lyrics and stuff.
Yes.
Because I was very naive to think that, of course, in the olden days when people produce this discs,
the CDs,
there's always a label
at
that
the back,
that will say
written by, composed by, published by. Very important. So those are the people that when Nascam looks after.
Okay.
Not the performer of the CD.
Okay. Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So that's what we've been looking after. Like we secure that nobody can. You must register your music with Nascam.
Yeah.
Not everybody that's playing music on radio automatically is a Nascam member.
Yeah, of course.
You have to come to Nascam, register your works, so that your works are protected.
Yeah.
And so when Nascam goes to, because they go to collect from all broadcasters, then they come back to the office, put it in the system where all the registered members are. Then it feeds itself. The system feeds itself. You get how many times travel songs were played during the year on NBC, on Future FM, you know.
How do you keep track of how many times a song was played?
That is the PRS form now.
Oh.
That's what the challenge we've been having.
Yeah.
That you'll find that many artists are complaining, I'm not getting paid. This is because a few radios, except NBC, play music, but they never used to register who they are playing.
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, they could be paying a portion of fees. You understand? But now, who do you pay to?
Yeah.
If they don't accompany the money with the PRS form. Are you getting me?
But
so there must be every time you play music, it's either automated. That's what I was saying in my. I was encouraging many broadcasters, please automate your systems.
Yeah.
Because you play, automatically it registers whose music you've played. At the end of the month, you submit, you print out everything, bring it to Nascam.
But what Sula, what do you think? That is a bit utopian to think that I would police myself so much and bill myself so much at the end of the month.
It's compliance.
I would probably try to make sure that as much playtime is hidden so that I don't pay you so much.
It's compliance. It's like it's the same way every number will ask itself.
Yeah.
About compliance.
Yeah.
You're gonna be you have to do your returns.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So they have to trust. They have to trust
on
that
paper,
they have to trust that you, as a good citizen, will comply and do the right thing.
Yeah.
And if you don't comply and they find out one day, then you know you're in trouble. They'll close you down, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's just to comply.
Yeah.
They know that they're using someone else's works. They need to register those works so that when they pay the royalties, it goes to the right people.
Yeah.
So we found, unfortunately, so a lot of years before I was sitting, many residents were not submitting those forms. So you'll find artists complaining, my music is playing, but I don't get the money.
Yeah.
Then we found out, but the issue, and that's why I'm on the board.
Yeah.
I said, let me pull back a bit on my investment in the industry, because we need to make sure this system is in place and it works, because the way it didn't encourage us to invest into the industry anymore. It didn't make sense anymore.
So a composer will be what? Is it somebody who produces the beat, or a composer is what?
The composer is the one that can be that comes up with the melody. The melody. They just mime it, and then you get somebody. He goes to come, but he cannot play.
Yes.
Then it comes to you who plays a keyboard or guitar, puts the melody on it, then plays the melody. He's the composer. Just the fact that he cannot play, and you played for him, he's just a session musician for this person.
And I'll be called what myself in that process?
A session musician. You're a session musician. You're just playing for the composer.
Okay.
Then now comes the melody is now up, and then now comes to the writing of the music now. Lyrics, Now you get somebody, a composer cannot not necessarily the author. So he takes the melody, brings somebody here who's a very good poet, some poetic person, can put words together to a melody, starts writing. That's an author. And then there you have the a melody with lyrics. And then you get somebody with a good voice now. You get somebody with a beautiful voice. Okay, this one's gonna be. They can sing this. So you see, for example, internationally, Neo wrote for Rihanna. You understand? He would say, "Now this song, I think Rihanna can hack it. Her voice fits with this song." Rihanna just gets performance fees. Neo will get the composition and the author, and the company that protects Neo becomes the publisher. Sony becomes the publisher of Neo.
Wow, man.
Are you getting me?
It's very crazy.
Yeah, so it's crazy. It's not crazy. It's just you have to understand it. And if you love what you do, it's part of your meal.
No, I get you. When I say it's crazy, I'm saying that the chain is not what we imagined it to be. We thought if you are Dig and Jaffa, everything is, of course I have an idea that there's a lot of input from elsewhere, but I thought, overall it's your product.
No, in the Namibia context, a lot of our people write, are composers, authors, they publish for themselves, and they're performers. That
is that due to lack of resources to involve?
It could be resources, number one. Number two, you're thinking you want to have 100% of the collections. But what you forget is, it's not necessarily about that. It's about making it big. It's because there's somebody who's you could find somebody who's a very good writer that can give you a song that can be a hit in the world. Question: could that be why we are where we are?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Could it be the reason why we are where we are, because we do not want to include those kind of people?
Because I think now, before we go for a short break, I just also think that because sometimes you listen to an artist and their songs are so very predictable.
Yes.
Even when you hear a beat, if you were just hearing the beat for the first time and the singer is not even there, you could tell already
it's not attractive. It's not good it's not sweet to your ears.
So if you involved a lot of bodies, I'm thinking the creativity will be also much better.
And I think that's the whole reason behind production. Is to include as much people as possible. So that it can be a good production that can also compete internationally. And I think I encourage artists to actually go for that, because when you question why is Beyonce, do your research. A lot of she is where she is because of people behind her. Rihanna is who she is because of people behind her.
Absolutely.
You can name all the big names in this world. They are where they are, and everybody just say, I mean, your Wizkids, your Nigerians, the Nigerians artists, your Davidos, they don't write the music. They are written for, and they just perform it.
Yeah.
And they get a good promotion company. They associate themselves with the company, and they promote them very well. And if the music is good, it's good.
Yeah.
It crosses all borders, all boundaries.
Absolutely. We go for a very short break with Sula, and we'll be back in a moment. Our conversation with Sula, the chairperson of Nascam, continues on the evening review. Now, Chief, you had an AGM set for last weekend.
Yes.
And it didn't take place.
No, it took place. The AGM took place.
Yeah.
But like, I'll tell you the truth is, when in an industry where you got people who want progress, and people who challenge progress. Why am I saying that? Before our tenure, even our time when we came on as a board, the process of nomination was everybody that was in attendance. Precisely, first you have to put forward your nomination before the AGM.
Okay, nomination of attendees or
nomination of whoever wants to be on the board.
Oh yeah, okay.
You have to do it. You have to apply or send or nominate somebody that I think Trevor should be on the board. When it comes to the AGM, those nominees will come in front of the house, and the members will vote whoever was interested. And you had instances where if I nominated myself, I come with a crew at the AGM, so that they can vote for me. And I think people raised questions. On what merit is this person going to sit on the board? So it was based on popularity. Yeah,
and typically the people who sit on boards are what people? Are musicians, are promoters like yourself?
Not necessarily. I mean, the previous constitution guided us. They should have somebody like somebody from the artists union, somebody from the Ministry of Education, someone from BIPA, and of course somebody as a music label, musician, artist. I mean, but of course, time came when the BIPA says no, we're not interested. The Minister of Education says no, it's conflict of interest. We'd rather stay out and the members be. So you'll find that my current board is mostly publishers. Yeah, most of them are publishers, and one or two musicians and a producer. So because of that, some members, and because of also the history. Get this, people wanted to sit as board members. When that time came to request for nominations, people threw in their names, came to the AGM. You just come forward, and then you come with your friends, invite people, come, vote for me. You're voted, you're in the seat.
How do you get voted? By show of hands?
I mean, a ballot, like any other system.
Yeah.
Come to sit and try to work through your years.
Yeah.
Nothing you've done. Why? The knowledge. You didn't have the knowledge. You didn't have the interest.
Yeah.
People sat there for the sake of the payment, the sitting fees, the board fees. And I think that's why we found Nascam where we found it.
Yeah.
I mean, for 27 years, it was a shame that Nascam didn't have any policies in place.
Yeah.
Not even one policy. No strategic plan. Are you getting me? And it was questionable, but the people that we knew that were sat on that board are people that had big names in the industry. How for 27 years you've been sitting on that board, almost 10 to, I think 10 boards.
Yeah, successive boards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And nobody figured out that there's no policies, that there's no strategic plan, there was no budget.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It shocks you coming from a corporate world, because that is the first things an institution needs to have in place. You understand? So people question that, and they say, you know what? I think we need to change strategy. So the previous AGM, one of the members came up and said, you know what? I'm tired of this thing where people come in and they just get voted. We need to have some merit on the guys that are going to be sitting and present us. So they said, then, okay, now how do we do that? No, we need to find out the background of the person, their interest, the education background, not only education, but their experience, their understanding, you know? So when you came on board, we came up with we hired a new CEO, very, very active, very smart. And yeah, then within the same time, we also had we appointed a legal committee for Nascam. And the legal committee came up and said, you know what, I think this is the procedure we should follow for the next selection of the next members of the board.
Yeah.
There needs to be a psychometric test. Yeah, people have to do. You send your nomination. You get your nomination once you're with A, B, C, D. So you need to pass through a test. You need to submit your CV or your profile. You understand? So people know who. So there was a certain criteria you had to do to be nominated.
Yeah.
So that was applied. It was applied last year and advertised from the 11th of December last year. As usual. Initially, we were supposed to have 7 days before the AGM, but this time, because it's something new, it went out on the 11th of December. Nominees are out. This is your poster. Whoever is interested, go for it.
Yeah.
But this is the process. Strange enough, come to the AGM. Some people came to say, but I don't think it was advertised enough. That was number one. Number two, but wait a minute, it's not in the Constitution. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Now, when you discuss something at an AGM, you adopt it.
Yeah.
You know very well. The reason for AGM is to adopt stuff. When the members that time came up with that idea, it was adopted in that AGM. This board implemented what was adopted as per the AGM. And a process is never included in the Constitution.
Yeah.
A Constitution is just a guideline. How you're going to do it, are you getting me?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
It's a collective.
As a collective, as a board, to say this is how we're going to approach it in line with what we adopted. So that's what we did precisely.
Yeah.
Come to the AGM, a certain group of people saying, but it's not in the Constitution. By the way, because we're at the same time trying to amend the Constitution that was there. But our argument was, as a board, but a process is not in the Constitution. 1. 2, this was adopted from the previous AGM. We just implemented. 3, is it a progressive step or a step backward? Are you getting me?
Yes.
So then people said, no, but it was not, and it's true, the applications were very few. That's the truth.
Yeah.
But the excuse of it not being marketed well, I think it didn't carry water for me. Number one, it's that thing until now is on the Facebook page of Nascam. If you're a true Nascam member, you're supposed to like the page of Nascam and be a member. That's number one. To know that everything that whatever happens at Nascam is there. That's the platform you get news from the body that you are a member to, right? It's no excuse. You telling me we should spend more money to promote it for it to go far. No. If it's for you as a member, you should be a friend to that page.
Yeah.
Two, I personally shared the poster in a WhatsApp page group that has more than 300 members and artists in the country. And we had only less than 20 people at the AGM.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you getting me?
I'm getting you. And
so when you come and tell me that it didn't reach you, then
you must look yourself in the mirror.
Yes, look yourself in the mirror.
I understand.
You don't come and point fingers to us. We've done our job.
Yeah.
If you're interested in something, be part of it.
I understand that.
Yeah, be part of it. So anyway, for the sake of peace.
Yeah, summarize for me.
For the sake of peace, we said, you know what? We ask for the floor members to vote.
Yeah.
What should we do? How should we move forward?
Yeah.
And the majority said, you know what? Let's extend the current board for another 4 months. Let's re-market and promote
The AGM.
the AGM.
And reconvene.
But I think the process is acceptable.
Yeah. Okay.
And we won.
Absolutely. We'll call you back again when in 4 months' time.
Yeah.
To see how much you've promoted the event.
Yeah.
And we'll be there at the event.
At the event, please.
Chase my report.
But remember, we don't, like I'm saying, we apologize.
Yeah.
But we didn't plan it for media.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
And I think we normally do the election ones never plan for media, but the ones before we do a plan for media.
Okay.
Yeah. Wonderful. But there was interest from media this time.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we put them in.
Thank you, Sulaiman.
Yeah.
That is Sula Kyababa. He's chairperson of Nascam, filling us in on what transpired at the AGM of Nascam last weekend. Thank you for watching.